Okay, in this part of the lesson, we'll be working still with finding volume or the volume formula for a cylinder. It's just that now we're going to be going through and actually finding one of the other missing pieces. Okay, so here we have a cylinder. They're telling us the volume and they're telling us the diameter. So we would actually need just the radius on that. We're trying to figure out the height. Okay, so we're still going to go through, write out our formula, and then plug in the known. So our volume equals the area of our base, which is pi times radius squared, and then times the height. Okay, so the information I have the volume is 176. So where I have V, I'm going to write 176 equals our pi is still going to be pi. Our radius, well, the whole distance is 8, so that leaves that to be 4. So times 4 squared times our height. Okay, so now because they did not go through and actually do the back end with the coefficient or the pi symbol, we're going to go ahead and do pi as 3.14, and then we'll just round our answer. Times 16 times our height equals 176. So now we'll go ahead and do 3.14 times 16, which gives me 50.24 times our height equals 176. Now, because we want h to be by itself, it was multiplying, so we're going to divide by 50.24 to cancel it out. Divide by 50.24. So 176 divided by 50.24 gives us 3.5 approximately. And then our label is centimeters. Okay, so our height was 3.5 centimeters. If you want to check yourself, you can substitute in. Okay, we could go through and substitute back here. Let me erase this. Where I have my h, I could put a 3.5. Okay, so then I would do pi times 16 times 3.5. So right now I'm just kind of checking myself. So if I do, and this is going to get me close because my decimal number was not just 3.5, it was a long decimal number. Times 16 gives me 56, so pi times 56. And we'll just go ahead and do that times 3.14. Gives me 175.84, which would actually round to the 176. So 3.5 is correct on this. Okay, so that second part that I was doing there was just kind of checking myself just to solidify that I was understanding what I was solving for. Okay, so let's try another one of those. Okay, so once again, we need the radius. So the whole distance was 8. This is 4. Okay, our volume equals pi r squared, which is the area of the base, times the height. Volume is 250 equals pi times radius, which is 4 squared, times our height. Okay, 4 squared is 16 times 3.14 times our height. Still 250. Now I'll go ahead and simplify that. 3.14 times 16 gives me 50.24 times our height equals our 250. And now I'll divide by 50.24 because I want to get h by itself on the one side of the equal sign, so that's gone. Okay, so 250 divided by 50.24 gives me 4.97 and then a bunch of other numbers. So close to 5, the label would be feet. So our height on that would be 5 feet. Okay, so let's just try one more. Once again, if you're getting this, you can stop your video now. Otherwise, this at least gives you one more shot to watch it then. Okay, so our volume equals pi r squared, which is our area of our base, times our height. Okay, so the volume is 314 equals pi, we know is 3.14, times our radius. Well, the whole distance is 10, so that leaves that to be 5 squared times our height. Okay, 5 squared is 25. Pi is 3.14 height, and then we have 314. Okay, those two together, 3.14 times 25 gives me 78.5 times our height equals 314. And then to get h by itself, it was multiplying, so we're going to divide by 78.5. Divide by 78.5 because we're trying to isolate h to find out what h is. So 314 divided by 78.5 gives me 4. So my height is 4 inches. Okay, so that's it. So once again, using that formula, area base times height. It's just that this time you're going through and solving for an unknown when the volume is given.